This goes out to WSO and Jeff P and all the people who naively believe in his fantastical theories of Nibiru, Wormwood, Planet X, whatever you want to call it. It's all speculative. It's all based on other people's fabricated depictions. There's no actual proof of it. All you have is all of these scriptures and all of this ancient terminology that no one really truly understands. The only reason you can understand it is because you're trying to figure out where it came from. So if you're trying to figure out where an English word came from, you figure out where the origin is. If it's Latin, and then you keep going from there, keep going down the line, find out where all these things came from, where the origins are, so you can find out the meanings of them. That is how people have come to the conclusions that these cataclysms happen on the earth for whatever reason, and they speculate that a celestial body coming into our solar system at a different orbit than what we're led to believe that our planets naturally move on, they revolve on. Hey man, well, right? So I mean, all this is just speculative, and you got these guys who are on YouTube making money off of the ads, and if not, they're making money off the subscribers when they go to their other channels and their other websites. You have to understand the difference between a shill, a troll, and an actual activist and a researcher. A troll is someone who just literally just hates on people without actually having a reason for saying what they're saying. They just feel so one-sided about something. They don't actually look at the facts, and they just yell at them, or they just, it's online, so they're not yelling, they just obscenely type in caps locks, or they curse, you know. A shill is someone who profits from disaster. Someone who talks about, like the news, like the corporations, they are shills because they profit from news, right? They profit from things happening, whether they tell you what happens or not. They're profiting from it. So these guys are profiting from things that aren't even happening, or they think that might happen. Things we've been talking about for decades and decades. We've never got any more empirical evidence other than what you see now. Now, just because we have cameras and we can look up in the sky, and you're getting these sundogs, or you're getting these little flares on the camera, they're like, oh look, that's Nibiru, oh look, that's another planet, that's another planet. And because they're spraying us with chemtrails and modifying our weather, you think they're trying to hide what's up there, as if we could fucking see it anyways. Are you kidding me? You look up in the sky and all you can see is stars. They tell you some of them are planets or asteroids, but you can't tell the difference. So how the fuck would you be able to tell the difference if another planet was up there? You wouldn't. It's absolutely ridiculous. People aren't using their own brains to cognitively take the information, write it down, and then see if it actually adds up. You know, if it was multiplication, you could see that 7 plus 7 doesn't equal 15, it equals 14, right? So if you could take this information and put it together, then you could realize that what they're saying is all speculative. So why the fuck are you blowing up their channels every single day with views when all their shit is speculative? It's absolutely retarded. Start focusing on real shit, like the weather modification, how they're polluting us, how they're stealing from you constantly on a daily basis. Like, seriously, you're being conned on every angle. Every store, corporation, merchant you go to is conning you. Huh, that balloon just caught my attention. Looked like a fucking UFO. Huh. Looks like a tire floating in the air. That's odd. Anyways, this is just my message to WSO and Jeff P and people who make money off of bullshit retardedness. They're just perpetuating the problems of society, making people who, like, stop associating yourself with other people. Like, you know, if you want to be a Nibiru guy, a Wormwood guy, then be a fucking Nibiru Wormwood guy, but don't loop in other activists who are actually trying to do stuff and make us seem like we're fucking crazy, dude. Because that's what you're doing. You're making us seem like we're crazy. I'm trying to wake people up to what's going on in the atmosphere and the poisons that they're using on our lawns and shit, and what they're putting in our food. But if you talk about that and then you also talk about Nibiru, you're making people like me seem crazy. So fuck off and get a life and do something different, you fucking pieces of shit. Seriously. Because you're not doing anything to benefit society. All you're doing is benefiting yourself. You're selfish shills.